Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I will walk you through the room Jax Sucks Alot on the TryHackMe. In this video, I'd like to deal with Node.js. This is JavaScript runtime. And particularly, I'd like to demonstrate how to detect deserialization vulnerability and how to exploit such vulnerability for our purpose. However, before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. So now, let's head over to the attack box provided by TryHackMe. Okay, to save time, I've already completed the map scanning. Let's scroll up a bit. So as you can see here, I took the options like scene scan, the version scan, default script scan, followed by the full range port scan. The last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. From the map scanning results, we can tell the target machine has two open ports. The first open port 22. The surface is SSH or secure shell surface. And also we can get its version information, including its exact version number. I don't think we can find any workable exploit for this particular version. The second open port 80, the surface is HTTP or hypertext transfer protocol. And there's some kinds of fingerprint strings. Okay, so what are we going to do next? We need to emulate this web application or HTTP service both manually and automatically. Let's fire up the browser to perform manual emulation first. Excuse my a bit slowed internet. Let me make the window to be the biggest, and then we can access the target machine. So I can copy IP address of the target machine from notebook. We can copy. We can copy and paste over here. Hit enter. And we got this site back from the target machine. After all, this is a CTF-like machine. And even we are given the technology of the target machine or the web application, Node.js. Node.js is JavaScript runtime. And, this I think is very popular technology nowadays. And coming soon, please sign up to our newsletter to receive updates. So maybe I can try to, for example, like a test.com, submit to see how the application behaves. So we will keep you updated at this address. So even we got a response and displayed such a response on the page. Possibly this is a vulnerability of the application. But before we try to detect such vulnerability or identify the vulnerability, we need to complete our emulation as usual. For example, I'd like to check its source code. Sometimes something sensitive can be retrieved from its source code. Let's scroll down. So some kinds of JavaScript code, new date. So the date variable, and so location will submit to this one value and post. So we'll be using post the method, right? Okay, the at event listener click, and the click its binding function is this one. Okay, so let's go back to the home page, and let me bring back the, maybe I can, oh, not this one, sorry. Okay, so here we can try to access its robots file. Okay, so the IP address of the target machine, robots, press enter, and we got this response back from the machine. So nothing different. Okay, so next we can launch Nicto to perform automatic enumeration. And let me copy its URL from previous command. Yes, we can copy selection, copy. We use H option to specify host or address. Press enter to see what we can get. So no banner retrieved, and request header X-frame options. Header is not present, but we cannot exploit it. No CGI directories found. I don't think we can find anything useful from the perspective of penetration. Next, let me launch GoBuster to perform directory enumeration. Sorry, I think I can paste from clipboard and use the W option to specify word list, GoBuster directory. Okay, extension option. Press enter to see what we can get. So returns a status code that matches the provided options. A bit weird. Don't worry, we can put additional option, exclude lens. Press enter. So now it starts its directory enumeration. Unfortunately, I don't think we can find any directories or pages. So to save time of this video, I'd like to interrupt it here. So we have already completed the web enumeration as usual. Nothing very exciting up to now. Let's go back to the browser. We need to understand, we need to look at request and its response more closely. Okay, and let me open the inspect tool and navigate to network tab, and let me submit it one more time. So here, so this request, and to see what we can get or something suspicious. The cookie, it looks like the cookie is encoded. So maybe I'd like to copy this cookie string and paste it over here. Okay, and also we can look at its response. So nothing here. And so because this code is this string is encoded, we can copy and we can use the command line to decode it, right? So this is the information what we've submitted just now. So from this point, we can guess possibly, there's some kinds of serialization and deserialization process exists. And so I think we need to, see whether this process of serialization and deserialization has or is vulnerable. Okay, and let me bring up the browser, and because we have very good resource about this deserialization attack. The first link, and this link explained the deserialization bug or vulnerability in detail. Okay, blah blah blah, and we, as you can see, building the payload. So because without appropriate sanitization, and this is the not this one, this is here, this one is the some kinds of object, right? But without enough or appropriate sanitization, and some dangerous method can be executed like a function. Okay, so this is the reason why we can, for example, run ls command. Even we can run, like a reverse shell command. Okay, so next I'm going to copy this payload and to try to, submit this payload to the web application. And if our malicious command can be executed, and then we can get like reverse shell. Okay, so how to do next? Let me show this in very detailed way. Okay, so reverse shell cheat sheet. We need to get the reverse shell command first. I think you can use any reverse shell command. We can copy and so we can copy. So the IP address of the attacking machine, we can replace the original one. And then we can use any free or open port on the attacking machine, like 555. I prefer use this one, and we can copy this line of command. And because I'm going to create shell script, okay, paste in here, no problem, and write and quit. Then we can set up web server. And then, we can utilize this command, like a function command, to download a command and download the shell script to the target machine and then run it. Okay, so how to do? Let me copy. I think we can copy from which one? Yeah, this one. We can copy this part to the end. We can copy. Okay, And next we need to, change this command. I do not want to run command ls just to display or list out directory content. I'm going to run like a q http and IP address of the, maybe I can copy from here to the notebook. Okay, paste in here, and then we can complete this IP address. Maybe I can make it bigger. It's too small. All right, so I think I'd like to use the port number 8000 shell sh. This command is very simple. Just try to download this shell script, and then we can use pipe operator to run it. That's it, I think. And then we can copy and then let me bring back browser and we can close. Alternatively, you can use Burp Suite to analyze request and response, but I think here it's very simple. It's not necessary. And then also we need to set up the listener on the attacking machine, waiting for collection, right? Netcat (555), press enter. Now let me go back to the browser and submit, and then to see whether we can get collection from the target machine, but it's not. So this means there is something wrong in my command. I need to check it out. So the IP address, oh sorry, I misspelled the IP address of attack machine. My bad. We can copy this payload again, and so we need to replace this one, paste in here, and then submit it again. Now let's bring back terminal window. Fantastic. We have already got collection from the target machine. Then we can run command like id, and also we can go to the home directory. Two normal users. Let's navigate into the first one, Dylan. And then we can grab the user flag without any issue. Let's go to another user's home directory, Ubuntu. Nothing here. Oh, even because current user, we can get SSH collection, right? Because current user is Ubuntu. And even here, we have a public key, but it's not necessary. And what we are going to next, we need to elevate privilege, and we need to do some checks like a sudo. Oh, the privilege escalation would be very, very simple, very, very easy. We just run sudo bin bash. So I think the critical step is to exploit deserialization vulnerability of Node.js runtime and to get the initial foothold on the target machine. Okay, so ID root user, and then we can navigate to root directory and to grab the final flag without any difficulty, any problem. So I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you next. Bye. Have a nice day, please.